Okay, this is um, day 26, 6/23, 2011. And State of Florida versus Casey Anthony. I want to read this that was from In Session at the beginning, before the trial started. Okay, so Mark Lipton, Anthony's attorney, told CNN Gary Chutchman, do George and conversation between them, and Gary asked them, do George and Cindy Anthony hope Casey is found not guilty? Mark Lipman's response, no. They want to see the truth. They want to see justice. They do not think she's innocent. Also from Mark Lipman. The Anthony family maintains that they simply want justice in this case. They do not, under any circumstances, support any theory that the defense has put forward regarding George Anthony's actions. They do not, under any circumstances, wish to see that the state achieves the ultimate sanction, which is the death penalty. They want the truth about what has happened to their granddaughter. Unquote. Another quote from him, quote, they do not know whether or not she is guilty of the crimes that have been alleged. She is still not guilty until the jury comes back and makes a determination. My clients want to know what happened, and that's why we're there every day, end quote. I really think that reality started to set in, but with Cindy's actions, I really don't know, as well as with Lee's actions. But with George's actions, as people who just need a quick update, they'll see. And I'm trying very hard. I'm like a day behind watching the trial, and quite a few days behind on making these videos. So I'm trying very hard for you guys to get that done. Now, moving on, the defense witness Susan Mears, second time she's been on the stand, and I believe, if I'm correct, I don't know, but let me look really fast. No, I'm not going to say that because I'm not correct. Anywho, asked to bring evidence, Gatorade bottle and syringe in the Disney bag. Defense witness Stephen Shaw, second time he's been on, originally called by the state, basically went through what was talked about the first time around. Again, State Cross gets to use PowerPoint from his study on hairs. It was not allowed in because of the fence, but since Jose Baez brought it up, it is now allowed for the jury to see. Defense redirect. Hair tested were not put in trunk. Hairs from alive people had dates on slides, but not post-mortem hairs. He says he doesn't know what environments Kaylee's hair was exposed to. He's trying to learn more through his research on hair from decomposition. The goal is to learn more about post-mortem banding. State Cross. At this point, post-mortem banding has only been connected to people who are deceased. Defense redirect. Ask some questions, objected to, and sustained. Recess. Defense witness Dr. Barry Logan. Dorothy Clay Sims, in her sex phone operator voice, questioned him. She is a forensic toxicologist and analytical chemist. They go through his educational background, written several published articles. Jeff Ashton asked for voir dire to expert status, accepted as expert only in forensic toxicology. Evidence provided with and review, analytical records, evidence from trunk, chemicals analyst from car, autopsy records. Reviewed Arpad Voss notes and reports. There is no established protocols for the testing at Oak Ridge National Lab, Body Farm. No evidence of protection taken to prevent contamination. He saw no quality assurance in the analysis. Oak Ridge National Lab, which is the Body Farm, is considered a scientific laboratory. At this point, Dorothy Clay Sims is having an issue with her glasses, and Casey's smirking about it, and then covers her face, as she should. She cover her face all day with a paper bag. Lunch recess, continue with defense direct, state cross, defense redirect, state recross, jury out for lawyers to discuss a legal matter, state proffer for questions before jury returns. Jury returning, judge gives jury instructions about the state having the burden of proof. Continue state recross. He does not test air samples. Defense witness Jennifer Welch, again 6th time, originally called by state. There were no socks or shoes recovered at scene. Defense calls Cindy Anthony for the 3rd time. At this point, Casey's talking to Dorothy Clay Sims. She's used desktop computer. Everyone has access to the computer, even friends of Casey's. March 2008 did searches that might include chloroform. She started looking at chlorophyll. Concerned of dogs were tired all the time. They would eat bamboo leaves in the backyard. So she looked up sources that could cause dogs to be more sleepy. She started looking up chlorophyll, which prompted her to look up chloroform. Looked up specific terminology because a friend was in a car accident. I took some time off, she said. My supervisor could have filled out my time card in my absence, error on time cards. I was salary and was not allowed overtime, so she would change time cards to show only a 40-hour work week. Doesn't look so pissed off at her mother's testimony. This is Casey's reaction. Shows pictures of trunk of car. Purchased from dealership in 2000. Cindy and George bought it. After Lee bought Mustang, George and Casey drove it. Can see faint stain. Stain was there when they bought it. Casey looks like she wants to smile at this point. State cross. 3/17/2008 and 3/21/2008 hours of 3/17/2008, 1:45 to 1:55 p.m. It's possible, despite work record, went home early, anniversary week and Casey's birthday. It is possible she was home. 3/21/2008, 2:16 p.m. to 2:28 p.m. Triggers that day because of the searches. It's possible I was home, she states. And these were the searches of the chloroform and stuff like that. She states, I've not been back to work since 7/15/2008. She did not return to the employer. The first time she first found out about searches was in September 2008. She told them she made those searches to the state in 2009. State said she told them about chlorophyll. I did not look up how to make chloroform. Those exact words. She did not do it. I do not recall typing in how to make chloroform. I recall typing in just chloroform. I did not search household weapons, self-defense, neck breaking, a pop-up video with a skateboarder she talks about, I don't know, some stupid crap. My memory is better than it was in 2009. Did not look up shovel and probably looked up inhalation. Don't know which profile she used. Did not do searches on how to make household weapons or chloroform habit. Was on druglibrary.org all the time. Casey gives this look to Jose like, good job. Did not have a MySpace or Facebook account in March 2008. And they made a really good point on In-Session because I had thought about this too. They were also using MySpace at the time, whoever was doing the searches. Casey's the only one in our house that had MySpace. Everybody knows this, even if you're not computer literate at all, you can do different tabs. But see, when you go back and search somebody's computer and hard drive, it won't show, oh, you pulled up a different tab. It just shows what you did. Defense redirect. The computer was on all the time, she said. Defense witness Sandra Osborne, 3rd time, originally testified for state. Went through what she did, tried to enter evidence she did not work on. State Cross. Asked about password for Casey's profile, Rico 23 set on May 14, 2008 and agreed. Defense redirect. Depends on computer settings whether you have to enter a password if the computer stays on. Defense witness, Kevin Stenger, second time, originally called by state. Showed a document that is a printout of information. Jury in recess for attorneys to clear up an issue and agreement on documents being introduced. Jury returns. Continued defense direct. Goes over pages of his report, deleted Firefox history internet, difference between two programs that pulled history, internet difference, and how many times websites were visited. Only testified to one report, Catchback 31708. John Bradley testified about his report. State Cross. 3/21/2008. Google search specifically how to make chloroform spelled with an A instead of an O. So it would have been CHOLARFORM. It would not appear in the sense of how to make chloroform if one just typed chlorophyll. How to make chloroform in MySpace were done within 20 seconds apart. Defense redirect, state, and then a state recross. Just because searches and inputs were done within 3 minutes apart doesn't negate that the user was opening new tabs. Tabs could be open for minutes or hours until user closes them. Does not tell how long user was on it or if items were printed. Defense redirect, does not know if tabs were used. Jury excused for the day. Lawyers and judge have issues to take up. Proffer on two witnesses because it was things they were told. Hearsay. Done by Cheney Mason. FBI Nick Savage for proffer. 2009 attended a meeting with state team. Did try and find photos for state. Photos of duct tape. Talks about email from Aaron P. Martin. Had not seen before shown by defense. Aaron Martin, request coordinator with FBI Lab. 2/6/2009 email to Karen Lowe about duct tape photos to scale and duct tape on skull. Savage testimony. Judge finds it's not relevant. Aaron Martin's testimony. Judge finds it's not relevant. Defense cannot bring it in. End of day 26.